Alhaji Wasiu Alabi is the most versatile Fuji musician of all time. Àwọn kan máa sọ pé rọ́ọ̀dì, àwọn kan máa sọ pé Dr. King Saheed Osupa is the most dynamic Fuji musician of all time. Now, this is the countdown. Top 10 Fuji musicians that are so versatile, that are so dynamic. That is what we are going to be discussing on the show today. You are welcome to Jeff Owolewa TV. Now, let me go to the number 10th position. The number 10 position is Shanko Rashidi. Shanko Rashidi is the 10th most versatile Fuji musician of all time. Now, the reason being that, see, when we put all of these things into retrospect, you will realize that Shanko Rashidi, as a Fuji musician, for those that have been paying attention to his doings, to his work, you will know that he has been doing a lot of collaborations with a lot of people recently. Then number 9 on my list will be Alhaji Taye Currency, Akpesin 1. Number 8 on my list will be Alhaji Sule Adio Atawewe. Alhaji Sule Adio Atawewe is one of the most talented Fuji musicians that I've ever known, because I've been opportune to see him sing one-on-one. Then let's go to number 7. Number 7 on my list is Remi Aluko. Remi Aluko. See, let us forget about the paparazzi, the glamour, and all of that. See, Remi Aluko, the first time Remi Aluko did his hip-hop collabo that became very popular was that track with Konga, that green Konga, Remi Aluko, Man Far Away One, Iwo Luko, Who Do This Beat Na Lelo. That song. You see, when we talk about being dynamic, when we talk about versatility, we talk about the ability for that person to blend in on any tempo. That is what makes you a versatile Fuji musician in this contest. My own opinion. I stand to be corrected. You get me? So now, number 6 on my list will be Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde, K1 The Ultimate. You know why? See, Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde, K1 The Ultimate, is the first musician that brought in a lot of other percussions, a lot of other instrumentations that we have not been seeing in Fuji music in the days of Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister. Level ti Barrister gbe Fuji de, don't gbe sibai. Ibe ni Kwamu ati PK. When you look at albums like K1 The Ultimate album, when you look at Consolidation, when you now look at this album, when you look at all those kind of records, you will see that Kwamu was able to, bring in a lot of classic instrumentations into Fuji music. When we talk about Fuji music, the vocals, is one thing. The voice is one thing. But another thing that is very paramount in making Fuji music is the instrumentation. There is no Fuji album that is on a cappella. Fuji music comes with the percussion, it comes with the drums, it comes with the guitar. It was King Wasiu Ayinde that brought in guitar, that brought in a lot of classic instrumentation, Fuji opera into Fuji music. It was actually King Wasiu Ayinde. Now, another thing I want you guys to note is that you see, this permutation is basically based on my own analysis. You get me? I stand to be corrected. You can meet me up in the comment section. Emma wa shekpe o, Emma wa in the comment section. Just tell me what I am missing out. Tell me what you think I should infuse in this video when it comes to versatility and being dynamic as a Fuji musician. So now, in this contest, I will not include Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister. No. Because you know why? Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister is the Fuji music every other person are singing. You get me? So if I bring him into this contest, I'll be biased. You get me? I will be so biased, because for someone to have pioneered, for someone to have created a kind of musical genre that have become this successful, let us give him his flowers. Call on fi origi Alhaji Sikiru Ayinde Barrister. Ọlọ́run fojú pa gbogbo àṣedédé wọn rẹ́. Now, number 5 on my list will be Alhaji Abbas Akande Obesere. You see, when you talk of versatility, I've said it the other time, versatility is when you have the ability to adapt, when you have the ability to blend in whatever era you will blend in. Because when Alhaji Akande Obesere, Omorapala, Paramount King of Fuji music, when he came, as at the time he did that introduction album, that is a debut album, Agedemeji Fuji music, time yẹn ni Obesere dé. Era tí àwọn Barrister tí wọ́n dominate, then tí era tí àwọn King Wasiu Ayinde táwọn náà tán dominate gbogbo, all spheres of Fuji music, corners. Time yẹn, in between yẹn ni Alhaji Abbas Akande Obesere jáde with that album introduction. He was able to create something, because as at that time and point in time, if you are not really talented, if you are not really creative, le jáde kò blow ní time tí Obesere jáde with that introduction, that album. So he knew he needed to do something different. Versatility is when you do something different, something they have never heard before. You get me? That is being versatile. That you have to be dynamic. You have to think. You have to go to the kind of box where nobody has gone to. You have to go to the kind of level where nobody has ever been to. Only láti kọ, as at that time, Obesere need láti kọ orin tó jẹ́ pé ó máa lè move market, because time yẹn the competition was so hot. Ìwọ tó bá wà heavily talented, lè jáde kò rain nígbà yẹn when Obesere came out. So I give it to him. When it comes to versatility. Let me go to the next on my list. That will be Alhaji Sule Alao Malaika. He's very versatile. He has done some movies. He has acted in our Nollywood movies. He has done a lot of collabos with some hip-hop artists. He has done some collabos with a lot of Fuji musicians. Now, let's go to the next one on my list. That will be Adewale Ayuba, Mr. Johnson. You see, when Adewale Ayuba came out with that Mr. Johnson album, it redefined the face of Fuji music as at that time. Because when it came out, everything about him was different. His movement, his vocals, even his composition. Some people, till today, they don't even believe that Adewale Ayuba is actually singing Fuji. So they call it classic Fuji. He's singing corporate Fuji. Yes, he's singing corporate Fuji. That's what a lot of people, classify Adewale Ayuba, as in the Fuji music scene. That is why it's very, very versatile, because you have to be creative to be versatile. You have to be creative, you have to be dynamic to be versatile. Now, let me go to the next one on my list. That will be Dr. King Saheed Osupa. Number two on my list. Dr. King Saheed Osupa. You see, let me tell you something. Dr. King Saheed Osupa is so versatile. Aside from his lyrical intelligence, when it comes to Fuji music composition, his versatility, he is so dynamic. That is why when we are putting this survey together, you have to put into consideration a lot of things, a lot of factors that make a Fuji musician versatile. That is one of the factors, is how is that person able to adapt to another environment of another musical genre? How is that person able to adapt into different? Do you know how many years Dr. King Saheed Osupa has been reigning? He's still reigning. As a matter of fact, he's one of the most trending Fuji musicians right now. That is because of his ability to blend in any era of Fuji music. Just like I will compare him to people like R. Kelly, in terms of creativity. R. Kelly has been an R&B artist. Forget about his case that he's having now. Forget about his situation. But when it comes to versatility, R. Kelly has been one artist that has been able to blend in all eras of R&B music in America. Now, if you pay attention to what King Saheed Osupa is doing, he has been able to blend in whatever. When I saw that his clip with Pato Rankin, he was able to create that atmosphere. It blended into that atmosphere immediately on that live, record with Pato Ranking. If you listen to that record, if you watch that live, then aside from that, if you put another, factor into consideration, he is the most talented crossover actor from Fuji music. He's the most talented. He's the best actor when it comes to acting from Fuji music. Then a lot of people will argue with me, but this is just my own take. You get me? But when you talk about the number one on this list, to me it will be Alhaji, Wasiu, Alabi, Pasuma. You know why? Just like I said the other time, you have to be dynamic to be versatile. You have to be versatile to be creative. You have to be creative to be unique. So a lot of things that we put together, that we put a lot of factors, a lot of the survey that we do, we put a lot of factors in place. Now, if you pay attention to what Alhaji Wasiu Alabi Pasuma has done, he is the first Fuji musician to ever do a collabo with the hip-hop artist. I'm talking about Jealousy, with the Remedies, with them Idris, with them Eddie Montana. Back then, it paved the way for Fuji hip-hop collaboration. I'm telling you, he started it, and he has done a lot. He has done with Q Dot. He has done with Tiwa Savage. He has done with Zinoliski. He has done with a lot of Fuji. He always blending easily. As a matter of fact, it got to a point in the corporate world, in the corporate entity, when it comes to music, Wasiu Alabi Pasuma's album is the first they will play. Is the first that a lot of non-Fuji listeners that will call when they want to even listen to Fuji music. Because when Orobokibo broke out, it broke out across all tribes. It broke out across all genres. It broke out across all spheres of life. I'm telling you, because as at that time, you will see Aboki go they sing Orobokibo. You will see Igbo people singing Orobokibo. You will see it cut across. Hip-hop artists, they started using, Orobokibo tempo. That is exactly what Ashake is even doing now. If you listen to that, it's Fuji fusion. If you listen to Olamide, if you listen to all those people, yes, even Olamide did one that used Kwamwan's inspiration. I got it. But Alhaji Wasiu Alabi Pasuma to me, is the most dynamic Fuji musician, because he has done a lot of collabos with a lot of Islamic singers. For you to blend in on any tempo, it takes a lot of creativity. Alhaji Wasiu Alabi Pasuma is the Fuji musician with the highest number of films under his belt, under his sleeve. Do you get? That means Pasuma lo act film. You don't consider only Fuji to act the highest number of Nollywood films. Pasuma ni. And if you look at Pasuma, he blends easily. He has been reigning. Pasuma is about the first Fuji artist that has never stopped reigning since his debut album. Right from recognition, Alhaji Wasiu Alabi Pasuma has been reigning back to back. Every album is a hit. Every album is a banger. So when we put all of these things into consideration, I feel, in my own opinion, when you put all of these things into consideration, you will realize that Alhaji Wasiu Alabi Pasuma is the most versatile Fuji musician of all time. My own submission. Because another thing I will put into consideration is when you look at what he has done with the Islamic singers, what he has done with the hip-hop artists, what he has done with the corporate world. You understand? Then if you put into consideration that when they brought the first corporate big endorsement, I'm talking about all those Globalcom endorsement, all those big endorsement, Alhaji Wasiu Alabi Pasuma, is the first artist. He was the first artist that they actually gave those endorsements to in the Fuji music scene. Fact. But when you now put into consideration what Alhaji King Saheed Osupa has done with his brilliance. See, when we talk about brilliance in versatility, even when you are being versatile, there are levels to brilliance. There are levels to what King Saheed Osupa has done. Look at all those movies, because when I'm putting together this list, I put a lot of things into consideration, just like acting, his acting prowess, his acting ability. Look at what he has done in all those movies. I have told you my own experience one-on-one with Dr. King Saheed Osupa on a movie set where he corrected someone that was playing a witch character, someone that was reciting a particular incantation on set. King Saheed Osupa corrected that person. None of us was able to identify that mistake. It was King Saheed Osupa that realized that, oh, this person has made a mistake. Do you get that? Is the level of his intelligence when it comes to artistry. You see, I'm a crafty person. I love it. I love work of art. I love it when someone is talented, and I appreciate talent. That's why I'm doing this video particularly. So now, but because Wasiu Alabi Pasuma, Alhaji Wasiu Alabi Pasuma was the first person that was able to blend in on an hip-hop tempo in Jealousy. He was able to do that effortlessly. That is why I am putting him on the top of this list. Then another thing, he has done a lot of collabos with, he opened that door. Then he has acted a lot of movies, different characters. Now when you put different characters in the movies, Loverboy, this one, that one, this one, he has done a lot. You get me? Then when you look at the way he has been able to blend in right from his debut album, he has been able to blend in every era. Gbogbo era ni Alhaji Wasiu Alabi Pasuma has blended in. There is no era. When you bring fast tempo, he is there. When you bring mid tempo, he is there. When you bring low tempo, he is there. He has been there with his, with his versatility. That is why I'm putting him, on top. So versatility goes beyond just singing Fuji. Versatility is the ability for them to blend in on any tempo given to them. Jeff Owolewa is my name. I'll see you on the other side. But please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and press that notification button. So when my next video is popping up, you'll be the first to see it. God bless you. Thank you.
Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the notification button.